Intonation for executive presence, UK versus US patterns explained. Want to sound confident without sounding pushy? Intonation is your secret weapon. In finance, people form opinions about your credibility within seconds, often before your data even lands. The way your voice rises and falls signals confidence, control, and clarity. A clear, guided melody helps listeners track your structure and trust your message. For example, "We met our targets and costs fell." With a calm final fall sounds decisive, not aggressive. Mastering intonation helps you deliver tough news, pitch ideas, and discuss risk while staying approachable and authoritative. 3 building blocks drive how you're heard. First, pitch. Higher pitch can signal engagement or uncertainty. Lower pitch suggests calm or control. Second, stress. Highlight the key words that carry meaning. Revenue rose, costs stabilized, so your message pops. Third, tone units. Speak one idea per breath. Chunking. Q4 was strong. Europe outperformed, supply issues eased, prevents rambling, and helps listeners follow your logic. When you align pitch, stress, and tone units, your delivery becomes clear, memorable, and persuasive. To project calm authority, use a lower pitch baseline and a steadier glide, fewer dramatic jumps. In UK-style delivery, final falls signal completion and control. Cash flow improved. It lands and closes the point. Keep a narrow pitch range for numbers to avoid sounding uncertain. Revenue is 3.6 billion. Even, measured, confident. This pattern reduces friction in tense meetings, especially with risk-averse stakeholders. It says, "We've thought this through," without sounding flat, because your stress still highlights the key terms while the melody stays stable. For engaged confidence, add higher energy and a wider pitch range to spotlight importance. Use a final fall for solid facts. Margins expanded. For added punch, use a rise fall on headline ideas. Growth was exceptional, which rises then settles to show emphasis plus certainty. Use strategic rises to signal openness or continuation. We could accelerate if supply holds. This style feels dynamic and persuasive, ideal for rallying a team or pitching upside, while still anchoring key facts with clear, decisive falls. Match the contour to your message. Use falls for decisions, results, and risks. Will proceed. Liquidity tightened. It sounds firm. Use rises for options, invites, and caveats. We could delay? Open to questions? Rises keep the door open. Use rise falls for headline points and contrasts. Costs were lower, quality higher. The curve highlights importance while signaling control. By choosing the contour intentionally, you steer how your audience feels: decisive, exploratory, or impressed. With numbers, stress units, not digits. Say 3.6, not each digit, so it's smooth and confident. Keep a steady tone. Avoid a questioning rise unless you truly mean approximate. Discussing risk? Pause before the key term, then fall on it. Given current exposure, default risk is contained. For uncertainty, hedge with a rise or mid-fall on words like likely, estimate, around we estimate a modest impact. This balances transparency and authority without sounding evasive or overly bold. Different rooms, different signals. UK, understate to signal control. Lower baseline, steady glide, clear final falls. Results were solid. It reads as prudent and credible. US. Animate to signal conviction. Wider range. Rise falls for highlights. Results were strong. Energizing the room. Best practice? Blend them. Maintain a steady base for numbers and sensitive topics, then add targeted peaks for wins, decisions, and calls to action. You'll sound measured and persuasive, not flat or theatrical. Grab a short update. First, mark keywords and chunk into 2 to 3 tone units. Q2 revenue Europe led outlook stable. Second, choose fall or rise for each chunk. Falls for facts, rises for invites or caveats. Third, record A/B versions. 1 UK steady, lower baseline, narrow range. 1 US dynamic, wider range, strategic rise falls. Compare clarity, authority, and engagement. Repeat daily with real lines from your deck. 10 seconds, big gains in credibility.